My name is Esther. I live in Kokrobiti. It's very difficult living in Kokrobiti because the only one thing is the water problem. There's no water here, so always you have to go and buy a bucket of water. Sometimes it costs 12 pesos. Sometimes it costs even more than that for a bucket. And here, there's no hospital nearby. There's just a small clinic here, but when you are sick, you have to take about 3 trotros before you get to maybe Kolebu or any hospital that you can have your medications. That's the another problem too. One thing I like Okrobita is the rooms are affordable and the sea entertains me a lot. Almost every weekend I do go to the seaside. Whenever I'm worried, I do go to the seaside and then I get the sea breeze and it helps me relax my mind and it helps me cope. I was being diagnosed in the year 2003. I was often sick. I didn't understand. And one day I was just watching telly and somebody was showing the symptoms and how the signs and how HIV affects. So I sat down and I thought of it and I said, no, I want to go and also get tested and know my symptoms. And I went to Kolebu Polyclinic and I asked the doctor that I want to be tested. And the doctor did it. But when I was going back for my results, they just break the news that you have this problem. So I was worried, I was crying, and I lose hope. I made my mind maybe I was just going to end up my life. When I first diagnosed myself as HIV positive, I went to Kolebu for my medications and I met friends there because by then I wasn't having money to even buy my medicines. So a friend introduced me to WAAF so that I could have a help there. And I went there and truly, when I got there, the doctor received me well and then she was giving me medicines and other things. That is my relationship with WAAF.
The mission of the West Africa AIDS Foundation is to battle the spread of HIV and AIDS pandemic and mitigate its effect on communities by developing and implementing pragmatic intervention programs, activities, and also establishing care and support programs. So in 2006, the idea of self-sufficiency through the partnership agreement we have with CCI and ACOL gave birth to the microfinancing projects that voluntary is embarking on at the moment.
voluntary is a group of people living with HIV. We do tie and dye, batik, and we sew. Men share children clothes and bags, and we do beads. We do necklaces, we do bracelets. We do sell our products here at WAAF, and sometimes we do take some outside WAAF and we go to Accra to sell, and then we sell some in Canada too. Almond Tree has supported us a lot because our people come to buy our products in the favor of supporting. So we get money and we are no more lonely in our homes. We always come here to do our work, and we are happy.
When we realized the common objectives for the partnership, to be one of the objectives was to create self-sufficiency and solidarity for people living with HIV and AIDS. When we realized that, we also noticed that there is very little we can do to create this self-sufficiency if we do not empower by looking for funding to train the PL-HIV and AIDS groups on how to handle microfinancing, how to engage themselves into businesses, how to run their own businesses. So this training was given through the support of the partnership, as well as the volunteers that came down from Canada to support us set up our voluntary.
My name is Joanne Humphrey. I was a CCI volunteer working at the West African AIDS Foundation in Accra, Ghana, from November 2006 until the beginning of April 2007. I was working with a group called the Almond Tree Group. Their goal was to start businesses, so my job was to work at creating a group that would be cohesive, that would be equal in power dynamics, and a group that would learn to support each other and grow as a group as they reach their goal of self-sufficiency. I would have to say one of the most rewarding aspects of this placement was getting to know the Almond Tree members. And Esther in particular said something that I do remember. My very last day, we had a party. And Esther stood up and she said, "I know now, because of the Almond Tree, when I look at a bag, I can make it." And what she was talking about was her confidence. She now knows that she has the skills to succeed as a seamstress and succeed in this business with the Almond Tree. And just hearing that, we knew that despite all of the challenges, there were definitely some successes, and that was a pretty amazing feeling. When we came back to London, Ontario, we were trying to figure out how can we support the Almond Tree from Canada. So we thought one of the best things to do was to create a link to a store in London, and that's how this dialogue with Tribal Mountain started. And we just walked into the store one day and told them about the Almond Tree, and the women at the store were extremely supportive, and immediately they ordered some items from the Almond Tree, and that's how that began. So that's something that we do want to continue.
Before, it was hardly for me even to get food and eat. But when I came here, I do buy food on my own, my transportation, my drugs, I buy them by myself, my clothes, I pay my rent. Through Almond Tree, I'm able to get money and do all this. And I'm not planning for my future. It isn't me alone. It is not me alone, and life is the way you make it. If I just I keep on thinking, then the more I'm thinking, the more I'm going backwards. But if I just relax my mind and then I fight to make life better, then life will be better with me. So truly, I didn't give up. So I start to work hard and then help myself, and I can make it. So when I started, truly, I think life has been better now.